Hey gamers, Linklight here. So today I thought we'd make a Glock tier list. I'm gonna check out all the Glocks in game, give my opinion on them, and then rank them and see where they stack up. To keep things interesting, I'm gonna use CSGO stash and just go in order of lowest rarity to highest rarity. So the first one is the Sand Dune. That is probably the most boring Glock I've ever seen in my life, but somehow it's worth $149. All right. You know, I don't really see it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just the color of sand. Like, why is it so expensive? Well, I'm gonna keep it 110 with you guys. That's a D tier from me. Irredeemable skin. I'm going to assume it's valuable because it's either extinct, like you can't get them anymore, or some rare trade-up opportunity. Next, we got the Groundwater. Also a very generic looking Glock. And it's worth $188 if you have the maxed out souvenir version. Let's see if it's magical in game somehow. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the magic on this one, I'm gonna be honest. That's a D. All right, Groundwater. Hanging out with your best buddy in D tier, that's cool. Now we got the Death Rattle. This one's slightly more interesting, looks like snakeskin, and it's worth 24 cents. All right. Still very boring, but you have to admit it is a lot more interesting than the last two. I'm gonna go ahead and give that a solid D tier, but ahead of the rest of the D tiers. I don't think it deserves a C, I'm gonna be honest. All right, we're moving up to the second row, and we have the Knight. I like dark and simple designs. It's actually quite valuable in factory new, which makes sense. I feel like it only really looks good in factory new, otherwise it gets scratched up, so let's check it out. Yeah, I mean, it's boring, but I would much rather have this than any of the Glocks we've seen so far. But it's not like it's winning any awards or anything, let's be honest. That's also a D tier, just higher up than the rest of them. Not the best start so far. Okay, things are starting to heat up a little bit. We got the High Beam. I think this one looks pretty cool. I'm gonna look at it in game to get a quick refresher. Worth 12 bucks, factory new souvenir. And in game, yeah, that looks pretty nice. I do like the way the light plays on the pattern. I don't remember if this is a pattern-based skin, but either way, it does look pretty darn cool. I'm gonna go ahead and actually place this one in B tier. I don't think it'll be a high B tier. I'm picturing a lower B tier, but we may make some adjustments along the way. All right, now we're looking at the Red Tire. I've seen this one before. $4 for a maxed out souvenir version. Let's check it out in game. This is also a pattern-based skin. This particular one that we're looking at right now looks kind of cool. I'm also kind of a sucker for black, white, and red color combos. I feel like it's always going to look good. I think we can safely slap this one in C tier. Next up is the Candy Apple, an iconic skin. So iconic that the souvenir is worth $284, which is a tad ridiculous for a red pistol in my opinion, but let's check it out in game. All right, it's actually kind of nice. I don't know why I was a hater. I apologize for being such a big hater a couple seconds ago. It's pretty clean. I would not mind using this. But for $284, I might have to question my sanity, to be honest. Oh, I guess you could just get one for $2.11. That seems much more reasonable in my opinion. All right, for such a simple skin, I'm gonna go ahead and slap that in a C tier as well. And I think it is better than the Tire skin, so put it there. All right, we're checking out Reactor. It's kind of an orangey skin. And souvenir, it's $153 or $20 factory new. Oh, this particular one has a hollow sticker on it. Honestly, I don't know if I really like this one too much, but I do have to respect the clean design on it. I think it's simple and not too chaotic. And I do like that it's kind of shiny on the top. Yeah, I'm not gonna hate on this one too hard, I'm really not. I think it'd be pretty fair to put this one in C tier right after the Candy Apple. All right, we got the Blue Fissure. To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Apparently it was dropped in a really old case, the Weapon Case 3. Let's check it out in game. It's kind of expensive. And I don't really like it, I'm not gonna lie. The pattern just kind of makes it look like it's somewhat battle scarred. I'm not the biggest fan of that look. I'm slapping this one in a D tier, and I think I'd rather use the Knight over this one as well. If you're enjoying the video so far, maybe consider subscribing. I'll probably make more tier lists like this in the future. All right, we're on the 4th row and we're checking out the Catacombs. Very affordable skin, 283 maxed out with the stat track. Let's see it in the game. And I believe this is pattern based. The ones I've seen before looked very different. But it's basically just a bunch of skulls on the top. And I have to admit, I didn't like it initially when I first saw it, but it has been growing on me just a little bit. It's spooky, and spooky skins are kind of cool. Here's a random one I found on the Steam market with a much more visible skull. I love how this skull is so visible right here in a good position, and a very clean sticker on the handle. Pretty solid craft. The skin has character. It absolutely deserves to be in B tier. I think I'd rather have it over the high beam. I'm gonna be honest. All right, it's time for the Bunsen Burner. I have heard a lot about this skin, and I'm gonna refresh my memory real quick. In game, it's worth about 10 bucks, factory new stat track. In game, I feel like it doesn't look as exciting as it does in the picture. I don't know, it's just something about the shine. I kind of wish the flame kind of shined at a different time than the rest of the gun. It would definitely make it stand out a lot more. But I'm not a hater. I just think that, you know, they could have done a slightly better job with the way this flame pops out at you. But maybe all those cool effects are reserved for the purples. It's a C in my opinion. I think I'd rather even use the candy apple, but it's definitely better than these two. All right, we're checking out the Wraiths, and I don't think I've ever seen this one in game before. It's $5 maxed out with the stat track. Wait a minute, this kind of looks good. It kind of looks like the new AK from the Anubis collection. Like this could go really well with that. I don't really know what's going on with the metal engravings, but yeah, not bad. Where would I put this skin though? I don't know if it's as cool as the B tier ones. Maybe it is. Honestly, we're gonna go ahead and give it the maxed out C rank, but I don't know if it's quite deserving of a B rank. All right, the Ironwork. I also don't think I've ever seen this one in game. $7 maxed out. And this is, I feel like I liked the last one better, but there are some things I do like about this one. I think the colors are a little better on this one. I don't know, it's hard to say, but I'm not impressed. I'm gonna quickly slap this one in a C right after the Bunsen Burner. Ooh, the Off-World. This skin has a lot of charm. And thanks to a comment I received on a previous video, there's something pretty cool I want to show you. So let's check it out in game. It's worth $5, maxed out with the stat track. Looks like this. I think it has a really cool design. The colors are clean. It's a full coat of paint from top to bottom. But the coolest part about this skin is the way it battle scars. Oh, wow, there's an extremely battle scarred version right here on the Steam market. Perfect example, hopefully. Yes. So as you can see, the color shifts a bit, and you get a cool little skull here that is now visible thanks to the battle scarring. And I think this looks phenomenal. Very, very cool Easter egg. Apparently you only really get this Easter egg on super high floats because this .46, which is also a battle scar, doesn't have the skull at all. So good to know. Because of that Easter egg alone and just the general style that I like, I'm putting this in high B tier, and I expect it to hold this position for quite a long time. I feel like people are gonna think I'm really picky with the skins, but I mean, we haven't even gotten to the purples yet, so I'm not as picky as you think I am, but I mean, I am a little picky, let's be honest. All right, the Warhawk, $5, maxed out, stat track factory new, and the design has character. I love the way that these teeth look, and just the overall design, even the grip looks super customized. Kind of looks like those jelly balls you'd play kickball with, like that texture that's on the ball. It's got those Wastelander vibes. I think it's a B tier, not as good as the Off-World, but also a very, very high deserving B rank. All right, it's time for the Oxidized Blaze, an iconic skin, and it's only $2 if you want to max it out with a stat track. So, in game, I have to say, I don't like this skin very much. It looks a lot better on the Deagle in my opinion. On the Glock, it kind of just looks like, I don't know. Like the texture just isn't as exciting. I'm not a super big hater, but I do really think it deserves a D tier. It's definitely way more interesting than a lot of these D tiers, but I think the cleanness of the Knight is definitely a lot cooler than the Oxidized Blaze. It's time for the Sacrifice. Interesting name for a skin. $9 if you want to max it out with the Stat Track Factory New. And wow, okay. I'm kind of getting Hybrid Theory vibes. Any Linkin Park fans might understand that reference. I kind of like this. I would have chosen different colors if I designed the skin personally, but either way, the design is enough to make me ignore the fact that I don't like the colors. So I actually like this. I think it deserves to slide in right between the Bunsen burner and the candy apple. It's pretty cool, but not cooler than the B tiers. All right, the clear polymer. And based on the picture, looks like they're gonna have like a fake clip design, 368 completely maxed out, and whoa, hold on. How did they do that? I've never seen this skin before in game, and this effect is quite trippy. They did a really... I want to see this skin in CS2, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure it looks awful, like they haven't touched it yet, but I am curious. So maybe subscribe if you want to see that, I'm just saying. Either way, I have to admit the uniqueness. I have never seen a skin like this in the game before. I have to respect it. Now, you guys are gonna hate me, but I do think it's ugly despite how cool it is. There are a lot of ugly but cool skins in CSGO. And I'm gonna go ahead and slap this one in B tier because it impressed me. But it's still ugly, so it's not going in A. All right, this is the final blue, the winterized. You guys have heard me talk about the winterized so many times. I love this skin. 484, completely maxed out. Let's check it out. Oh, it's so clean. It's such a nice looking skin, and it looks like something you could actually own in real life. You know what I mean? Like, you could pick one of these up, have it in the home for self-defense. It looks so good. Now, despite me telling you how much I love this one, the ranking is going to be kind of weird. We found our first A ranking Glock. I don't think it'll be super high ranking in A tier. There's a lot of cool Glocks in this game, but I love the winterized, man. It's such a clean looking Glock. All right, it's time for the first purple, the Fade, an iconic legendary finish in CSGO. Let's check it out in game. We already know it's beautiful, $2,100. This is not a full fade, but even though it's not a full fade, it still looks good. And we all know what fades look like in CS2. It's no secret. Looks amazing in CSGO, looks immaculate in CS2. It's an S rank, our first S rank of the video. We all knew it was coming. I mean, let's be honest. All right, the Brass. The Brass is a skin I believe gets upgraded in CS2, but since I can't look at it right now, I'm just judging the CSGO version. $101 factory new. And, you know, I can't say I'm the biggest fan. I really can't. I believe it's only valuable because it's part of the Dust collection, which I believe is just rare in general these days, so that's a pass for me. I'm sorry, Brass lovers, I'm throwing you right in D tier. Would I prefer the Oxidized Blaze? Nah, I think I'd rather have the Brass over the Oxidized Blaze. All right, the Nuclear Garden. This is a nice Glock. I actually have this one on my wish list of skins I want to get someday. It's quite expensive as a souvenir, $193, which is a lot for a Glock. But that neon green is just so vibrant, and it's got the skulls, which we did like from the Catacombs. It's just got a lot of things going for it. Might be a little biased because green is my favorite color, but I'm gonna go ahead and slap that into an A tier. It is time for the Synth Leaf, and I've seen this one before. We're gonna check it out in game, $353 factory new, and it is hideous. I am sorry if you like this skin, but you need to get some glasses because it is bad. I'm even a turquoise and purple lover, and I think this thing is disgusting. I sound like the biggest hater for the skin in the world, and maybe I am. I'm slapping this below the Oxidized Blaze. Not even joking. The Franklin. It's just a bunch of $100 bills slapped on a gun, $49, factory new, and, well, it's kind of ugly, but it has meme potential, and CSGO players love memes, me included. With high meme potential, I think it's easily deserving of a B tier, maybe even above the Off-World, only because, well, making your friends laugh I think is more valuable than a clean looking skin. The pink DD Pet, very valuable, I don't understand why. $144 for souvenir, and even expensive in the normal version, $95 for a normal factory new. Honestly, I don't think it's ugly, but this has to be valuable because of trade-ups, right? Like, I just don't really get it. I think the best spot, personally, would be right after the Bunsen burner. Maybe it's better than the Bunsen burner, but either way, like, right around here is probably the sweet spot. Ramses Reach, the newest Glock as of the recording of this video, and it's worth $54 factory new. In-game. Check this bad boy out. I love this skin. It would look so clean with the Legion of Anubis in your kit, and there's so much character and subtle details in this skin, I don't even know where to begin. This skin would easily go in A tier right before the Winterized. This tier list did not come with the image, and for some reason it will not let me add any pictures, but just know it'll be right here. The Dragon Tattoo. Looks extremely simple and extremely expensive, probably because this case is old as heck. So let's check it out in game. Yeah, I don't really get the appeal behind this one. It's simple, and sometimes simple is clean, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, but is anyone actually gonna want to use this thing? I don't know. To me, this is just as exciting as the ironwork. Maybe slightly cooler, maybe slightly less cool, but yeah, kind of boring. The Steel Disruption. I actually have never seen this skin before. It's 1164, completely maxed out. And in-game, it's just like a standard camo metallic look. I think in CS2 this will probably look pretty good, but I have been wrong about that a few times, so I don't know. Either way, I would not write home about this skin. I'm gonna put this in D tier right after the Knight. Grinder. I don't think I've seen this one. 931 maxed out. Let's check it out. That's kind of weird. Oh, this is a pattern-based skin. I think I even saw Jesus make a whole video about this skin. Let's check out some other patterns on the market. I'm just kind of curious what people have cooking up. Oh, this looks really cool, actually. I like the gradient effect. It almost takes over the entire length of the gun. Maybe if you get a solid pattern for this one, it could actually be really cool. This guy did a craft. Let's check out his craft of this skin. No, I don't really think the stickers are helping you out there, buddy. I do like the spiral effect here. Ooh, this is a pretty solid pattern. I like this. The fact that you can get so many different looking ones. Oh, look at the backside on this. That's cool. I wonder if you get this part of the pattern, it's considered more valuable. Either way, I kind of like it. Grinder gets a low B tier for me. I think it deserves a B tier. The Royal Legion. $36, completely maxed out. Looks kind of interesting in the picture. And in-game, I can see the character. I like the metal engravings on it. This is probably a gunsmith finish. Yep. I think the orange really makes this skin ugly. Like, if they chose a different color, it really would have had a lot going for it. But I'm definitely not a hater. I don't think it's the worst thing ever. I also like how it says Austria here. I think it belongs near the Bunsen burner in C. I think it's funny how a lot of skins just end up near the Bunsen burner. The Bunsen burner feels like the perfect like middle ground for skins. It's just like the most mid Glock of all time. It's not bad and it's not good. Ooh, the Weasel. My Canadian friend uses this skin a lot, so I see it in game quite often. It's $15, completely maxed out. Let's check it out in game. Oh, look at this guy. So cute. Very, very cool looking skin. A lot of Glocks have like really ugly, low resolution, dirty looking textures, but this one is nice and high res, very clean, and pretty iconic. It's got meme factor, it's got charm, and it actually looks pretty good. I think that deserves to take over the Franklin for the #1 B spot. Moonrise, the first skin I ever bought in the game. 534 maxed out with a stat track. And honestly, I might be biased because it's my first skin ever, but I really, really, really like this Glock. Now, it does suffer from like the low resolution, old texture look that I really dislike. Either way, the concept is beautiful. And it's even a pattern-based skin. The moon will move around depending on which one you get. Here's one with the moon all the way on the back. I feel like this is probably the worst position for the moon. You probably want it somewhere in the exact middle. I feel like that would be the cleanest. The Moonrise gets an A tier for me, and we do have Ramsey's Reach, which I would put right before the Moonrise. Umbral Rabbit. I don't know if I've ever seen this one in game before. It's $16, completely maxed out. Okay. I kinda like it. It's definitely a very interesting art piece. I'm assuming this was made for Year of the Rabbit. That would be my first guess. I'm gonna go ahead and slap that into the #1 B tier slot for now. I think that's a pretty good spot for it. The Twilight Galaxy. You know, a name like this would suggest something super vibrant and beautiful, but then it looks like this. Let's check it out in game. 372 for factory new. That is ridiculous. Oh, hell no. It does not deserve to be worth that much, but I'm not including price into my opinion about the skin. We're ignoring price completely on this list. Either way, it just looks like a bedazzled Glock. Like somebody bought a Glock and said, you know what would look really cool on it? Glitter. And it's just kind of lame. I think I'm gonna slide it right after the pink DD Pet because I think even the Bunsen burner is the cooler looking turquoise Glock. Water Elemental. I like this one. Oh man, it's so vibrant. You know what I mean? Like it pops, and the design is very clean, and I love like the particle effects they have here on the red parts of the gun. This skin is easily an A for me, no questions asked. The Vogue. I've actually talked about this one before when discussing very affordable, nice looking skins. I love the eyes on it. I love the poppy colors. It's got pinks, it's got purples. I think it's a pretty underrated skin. And I'm gonna slap it right here in the second spot of A. It would even overtake the Ramsey's Reach. It's time for Snack Attack, the final pink before we get into the reds. And I don't know if I've seen this one in game before. Let me check it out. Wow, that is kind of weird. Is it supposed to have that same transparent look that we saw earlier? Looks like all the snacks are like trapped in like plastic or acrylic or whatever that material is. Polymer? I don't even remember. It definitely looks very unique. I think it's kind of ugly, to be honest with you. It's just a little too noisy. It kind of looks like something McDonald's would put in a Happy Meal. Except it's a gun, so I would hope they'd never do that. Average American Happy Meal, dude. Yeah, I don't know about this. You have to respect the uniqueness of the skin. You really have to. I'm gonna put it above the Catacombs. I feel like this is kind of a reasonable spot to put it in B tier. All right, the Gamma Doppler. We saw this in CS2 a few days ago, and oh, that's a really bad pattern they have for the example. But either way, we already know it's beautiful in CS2. You don't have to waste any more brain cells thinking about it. That's an S tier by a long shot. All right, we're on the final row of the skins. The Wasteland Rebel. This thing, I don't know if I'm feeling it, but we'll check it out in game one more time. $43, completely maxed out. And it's ugly, man. Like, I don't really know how to be nice about it, but I'm not going to be nice about it. It's bad. We're slapping this one right before the dragon tattoo. I think I'd rather use this thing over a dragon tattoo, but not by much. The Bullet Queen. I own one of these, so you can already expect a high rank. I think this thing has doubled in price since I first bought mine. I wish I went all in when I first bought it, but I did not. Yeah, this thing is beautiful. Such a good looking skin, so much charm and character. This is easily an S rank for me. Whether it's better than the Gamma Doppler or not, that's a hard call. I think it's better than the Gamma Doppler, I really do. All right, Neo Noir. I love all the Neo Noir skins. $300 completely maxed out. Let's check it out in game. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. It's got all the boxes I love about design and color. Clean art, white and black, pink, turquoise, and a gradient. It checks every box. It is such a good looking skin. This without a doubt deserves an S rank, and I believe it's better than the Bullet Queen. All right, here is my finished Glock 18 tier list. Personally, I think I made some good choices here. To remind everyone where the Ramses reach would go, it would be like right before the Moonrise, but I think the Vogue is slightly better. So, what do you guys think about my tier list? Do you agree with most of it? Heavily disagree? Let me know in the comments below. I had a ton of fun making this. Let me know what gun I should do for the next tier list. All right, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.